Hi everyone, welcome back. I have a special guest. This is Jane Tsui. She is a cosmetic chemist. She goes by Jane the Chemist on both Instagram, on TikTok. That's where I found you, was on TikTok, right?
And now YouTube.
And now YouTube. And you know what? She's one of my favorite educators. We've become really good friends. We've worked together now on some stuff, and it's been really fun to see how she breaks down all the science behind the cosmetics, the beauty products. So I thought this might be a real treat to actually have Jane with us to tell us a little bit more about the products that are being used in these reaction videos, right?
Yes, I'm very excited to be here.
This is gonna be so much fun because we are taking a look at Chloë Grace Moretz. She's beautiful, first off, and I feel like we've watched her grow up on screen.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see her as an adult. She's doing her off-duty beauty routine that is featured on Vogue. I'll leave the link in the description box so you can watch the whole thing, because she's gonna go into, like, I'm assuming, her makeup products and all that kind of stuff that she's using, but we'll kind of stick to more of the skincare.
Hi guys, I'm Chloë Grace Moretz. I'm gonna show you my morning skincare routine and then my off-duty beauty look. I like to start with olive oil. I used to have really bad cystic acne, and I went down the road of using Accutane, which for some people it really works. For me, it never really worked. So I went completely natural.
I'm surprised Accutane didn't work for her.
I mean, this is like the opposite of what I tend to hear. I don't know about you, but like when someone says that they had really bad acne, it's never the first thing that I think of is olive oil, right?
Yeah, olive oil is definitely not the first thing I think of when I think of washing my face. Definitely want something with surfactants in it and something that can get the dirt and the grease off the face and not apply extra oil on top of that.
We'll watch her do this, and then after that, I want you to actually break down the difference between, like you said, like surfactants and all that.
Yeah.
And like really explain to people what the difference would be, because I think that they assume that like an olive oil would be the same thing as like a cleansing oil you're gonna buy from the store anyway, right? So we'll definitely talk about that. But it's so interesting just out the gate. She's like, I had bad acne. I decided to go the natural route, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily the way I would have expected her to go. I actually wish that we would have more context to why Accutane didn't work for her. Like, was it too strong for her? They always say like there's like a month or two in the beginning where you might look worse before you look better,
and it's really drying on the skin.
It's really drying and stuff. So I wonder if that's what it was, or maybe she didn't like, you know, just using something that was going to be so strong. It's a prescription that you have to take orally. Accutane is isotretinoin. So it is in the, I guess, retinoic acid family, but this is an oral.
Right, an oral
prescription that you're taking.
Accutane is definitely something where you have to trust the process before it gets better. And usually people get really good long-lasting results from it. And it's honestly a lot more effective sometimes than topical products. Sometimes some acne just needs a little bit of extra help.
Yeah.
So Accutane is really useful.
Yeah, so let's see what natural is. We already know she's kicking this off with some olive oil. You ready for it?
Okay.
Olive oil was one of the first things I integrated into my face, and my cystic acne started clearing up within probably 3 to 4 months. I use these biodegradable, like single-use face towels. Something I found was that my towels were really breaking me out. So no matter what I did, I could never get rid of these like little pimples all over my cheeks. And I found out that they were both my towels and my pillowcases.
Okay, wait, so this is interesting. So she put on olive oil like an oil cleanser, right?
Right.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because she's also then going in with these wipes, which are basically just like, they almost feel like paper towels, but softer. They're supposedly biodegradable, right? She's using these, and the reason why she's saying she's using them is because her towels used to make her break out, which I did see Dr. Samantha ELLIS, she's a board certified dermatologist. It was either on her YouTube or on her Instagram, but she like debunked this whole myth that you have to like wash your pillowcases every day and all that kind of stuff.
There's actually no evidence to say that you need to wash your pillowcase more frequently in order to prevent breakouts. It's not the oils and the dirt on the pillowcase that are causing an issue whatsoever. If anything, it's just the friction of someone rubbing their cheek on a surface that can increase pore clogging and lead to new acne breakouts.
So I think that kind of goes into the whole towel thing. We've all done it, right? Where we like almost like self-diagnose, you know? Where she's like, well, I had these little bumps and Accutane didn't work for me. You know, whenever I'm talking to derm friends, they're always like, oh, like the biggest struggle is, you know, like getting people to just trust the process and everything. It almost sounds like she wasn't trusting of it. Really, she's gonna just like correlate that like the bumps going away with her introduction of olive oil, which is kind of interesting because obviously it's working for her. Who knows how long she's been doing this.
When I think acne, I think maybe there's either dirt or oil on the face that hasn't been removed. And so olive oil doesn't really work in that aspect to get that dirt and grime off your face. And I would really probably recommend someone to use something that has cleansing properties, something that's anionic in a face wash, a surfactant, to really get all that dirt off the face.
Yeah, because even cleansing oils, right, that are actually made to be used on the face as cleansing oils, right?
Those have surfactants in it as well to clean the skin. And you'll see with a lot of cleansing oils too, when you add water to it, it emulsifies, and that's the cleansing property coming out.
Yes, I love to emulsify. Everybody knows that. And then she also said something, and this is obviously like a question best left for a derm, right? Like, if somebody's got cystic acne, can olive oil clear that up? I'm gonna say not that we know of, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's like the first thing we think of when we think of cystic acne.
Cystic acne also, like what we know of it is it tends to be hormonal. It has nothing to do with like clogged pores, which she is talking about clogged pores with like these towels and all that kind of stuff. I'll throw out there, you guys know I hate makeup wipes. I'm not 100% anti using these cleansing towelettes that she's using to wash her face off afterwards. It probably does help get the olive oil off of her skin since it doesn't have any surfactants, right?
Right.
In this case, it comes down to the user, like how hard are you wiping your face with these? They're really, really soft. I don't know if you've ever touched them.
I've never tried them.
They're super, super soft. They're supposed to be biodegradable. They're supposed to be like really gentle, all that kind of stuff. It's still one-time use, so whatever, but you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just like very interesting to me that she's correlating her cystic acne disappearing with just the introduction of olive oil. And I can tell you guys, it's not a miracle ingredient.
Yeah,
right?
So many different factors with cystic acne.
I'm gonna use another cleanser, and this is a Japanese Ricebran cleanser. I get this from the Natural Face Bible. She's been using it a lot on Instagram. So it comes in a powder form. I'll try to show you it. You then add a little bit of water to this and I'll show you the paste that it turns into. This is what it looks like. I use a dry towel.
All right, I think we need to look this stuff up. So I wonder if there's, because I've used like rice enzyme cleansers that are really beautiful. But
like this, the one from Tatcha.
Yeah, like the Tatcha one is really, really nice.
Right.
But this almost seemed like it's just rice powder. This is not a cleanser, it's just ground up rice.
Yeah.
So far she's taking us through using just olive oil and now just rice that's been ground up. What are your thoughts here as the cosmetic chemist?
Oh my gosh, well, like I said already, I would definitely, recommend her to use something that has cleansing properties. Rice powder may exfoliate the skin, but it's definitely not going to remove any dirt off the skin. Usually with rice powders that have a little bit of surfactant in it, you'll see it foam up as you add water to it, and this one didn't. So not sure how much cleansing she's getting out of that.
So she just hasn't cleansed her face. I'd actually say what's maybe potentially cleansing her face is the fact that she keeps using towels on her face, right?
Yeah, probably.
And if anybody's watched The Holiday, I'll kind of feel like Mr. Napkin Head. I'm Mr. Napkin Head. It's better when Jude Law does it for like a multitude of reasons, but this, it is a Grapefruit Stellar Renewal, and it's basically just a serum. My skin type, because of Accutane, it's like super dry. What I found is that oil begets oil in a lot of ways, so when I started using olive oil, it really made my skin type more neutral.
Wait. I just heard something. She made it seem like she got off of Accutane and maybe like Accutane didn't work, but I almost feel like she stayed on Accutane for a second. It made her skin dry, like she just said. And then she stopped using it, and then she chalked up her cystic acne going away to the introduction of olive oil, when in fact it might have been the Accutane.
It might have been the Accutane, yeah.
We'll never know. Chloe will never know. We'll never know. Only she and her derm will know.
I also want to touch on one more thing though. She said that her skin pH became a little bit more neutral. I'm not sure exactly what she meant, if that meant like her skin tone was more even or like the actual pH of her skin felt
How would she know?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused what she meant by that, but your skin will naturally balance itself out. There's no such thing as your skin being more acidic or more basic.
Like no matter what you do to it. So like if I were to like strip it, use a bunch of exfoliant and all that stuff at a different pH, eventually my skin's gonna find its way back to the pH.
Your skin should self-regulate back to its normal healthy pH. So a little confused on what she said there.
Well, I just don't know how she would know. Like, did she take a strip and stick it onto her face? That wouldn't
I
be
don't
right.
think that would have worked
That
either.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Those strips are like so whatever too.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a quick and dirty test. It's not like a really accurate test at all.
We're looking at the ingredients of this serum that she's using, and it doesn't really seem like a serum, right?
It seems like mostly oils. There's organic aloe vera, but there's no emulsifier to hold it together with the oil. So I'm wondering if it's like a 2-layer,
Like a biphase.
biphase serum that you have to shake before use, or
You know what? It might be. And so it's really like these oils mixed with some water.
Yeah, but what's interesting here is that she's going in with her first step using an oil, which usually we think of oil as the last step because it's more occlusive and it's kind of to seal everything in, but she's going in first with an oil, so.
Well, she says oil begets oil. Anyway,
interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's also interesting for somebody, this is what always kind of gets me. When people have some kind of a skin issue and then they start to say they go down the natural route.
Right.
And then they actually start to introduce all these different essential oils and stuff too, which we know can be a little irritating.
A little irritating for sure, a little sensitizing.
Yeah. For some people, not everybody, but if you've got a skin issue, you want to be more aware of it, right?
For sure.
So,
It's called CoQ10. And what I found is it replenishes the barrier in my skin so my skin can naturally defend itself and not get so irritated. It honestly just took years of trial and error in trying to figure out what I can do and what I can't do. And it also matters your environment. I live in Los Angeles, not a lot of humidity. So when I go back to Georgia, where I'm from, I break out like crazy because my skin is like, what? Hydration from the air? What is this?
all right, so this one's interesting. You know what we just noticed? She's using Living Libations again, and this one specifically, this face serum, is $90.
That's expensive.
That's fancy, huh? Let's read the description of this. Living Libations Royal Rose CoQ10 Serum is a gift of royal proportions with ravishing rose auto. It says, yeah. And rose hip seed oils to reduce the appearance of wrinkles. CoQ10 to calibrate skin tone. Myrrh to ease fine lines. Immortelle to balance. And a bouquet of our most glorious essential oils to celebrate your regal skin.
Wow.
I want to know who wrote that.
Yeah, I need to hire them.
Impressive. That's poetry. I'm sold on it. I'm sold. This is something that could be made like in our kitchens, right?
Oh yeah, you can buy these ingredients at like Whole Foods. I mean, you can buy CoQ10 at what, GNC?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people take
little tablet.
Yeah, a lot of people take CoQ10 tablets just as a supplement. So it's really popular. But yeah, no, I've also formulated with CoQ10 before, and it's an ingredient that I don't see often, but when I do see it, I'm surprised because there's just not a ton of data around it. I don't see a lot of brands using it that often.
But overall though, this looks like she's essentially just putting the same stuff on her face.
Right.
Just 2 other interesting ingredients, that rosehip seed oil, which actually has some benefits to it actually, right? And then that CoQ10.
So another layer of oil essentially.
She's going hard with her oils.
Yeah.
She loves her oils. Like what's funny is we're about to watch her go in with SK2 Facial Treatment Essence, which is $185 and about to get completely wasted.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
On her
it's not
oil.
gonna penetrate through.
Let's watch her do this.
SK2's Miracle Water. This is super cool. It kind of like smells like sake when you use it. I really swear by like face training and using a face roller.
I do want to point out that Chloë was the spokesperson for SK2.
Oh, is she?
So whether she truly uses it or not is debatable, considering all the other products that she was using. I almost can't imagine her using it on a regular basis. Tell us why that would be way out of step, like in this skincare routine.
Yeah, so this product is an aqueous solution, which means there's a lot of water-soluble ingredients in here. And so putting it over an oil might not let it penetrate through because you want to put your aqueous and water-dissolvable solutions first before putting
and it's not just one oil. Like she's got like 3 oils.
Yes.
She went olive oil, then she went one of those oils, and then she went another oil, right?
Yeah. SK2 Patera ingredient, I know it's patented.
Yeah.
And I've seen them do a lot of research on it. So I think there is some efficacy there, but I think it would have worked a lot better as her first step and not her last step, I'm assuming.
It might be one of, no.
She got an eye cream.
Yeah, she does have an eye cream coming up. Yeah, you know, I bet she's just gonna feel like it's fine though, because she's still not gonna have like loss of hydration because she puts so much oil
on top. Yeah.
But she was talking about, see, here's the thing, here's my problem, right? She's talking about how she has dry skin and we never see like an actual moisturizer. And it's what this product could have been was like very hydrating for her skin as that first step. So she could have cleansed whatever it was that we saw her do. And then she could have put on this essence. It would have hydrated and nourished her skin, brightened her skin. Then she could have gone in with these like double oil serums that afterwards, she's using. And that would have probably helped her dry skin more.
For sure. Maybe that's why she's still having dry skin.
Like maybe she got off Accutane a year ago, but she still has dry skin from Accutane. She blames the Accutane.
So maybe if she reversed it.
Yeah,
it might have worked.
All right, so we're gonna see her. She believes in face training.
I started doing this and it just really helped with lymphatic drainage. Sometimes when I'm really stressed out, I'll be like on my phone just doing it kind of aggressively. And my friends will be like, are you okay? You're kind of going to town with your roller. Take it and bring it down into your neck.
I mean, lymphatic drainage is what you get from a face roller. And she's got lots of oil on, so she should have enough slip.
Yeah, it should be sliding down real easy.
Real well now, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I do have to say, these rollers, I don't know if there's a ton of data behind like how much like efficacy it'll bring in terms of like the drainage or the puffiness. I think it helps with puffiness because it's cool, but I do have to say they do feel really nice.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Whatever. My only problem with any of these tools ever is when somebody says that they're like going to town and being really rough.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, why? The only thing I ask of you guys is to wear your sunscreen and treat your skin like a baby.
Right.
Because it catches up to you. So going to town is doing the opposite probably of what she really wants it to do. She's probably irritating her face. Right. All right, well, she's gonna go in with an eye cream.
Okay.
A legitimate one.
Youth the People eye cream, it has a little bit of goji stem cell, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid, and some vitamin C. I worked with Emilio Estevez in The Guardian on my very first product I ever did, and I was 5 years old. And he looked at me and he was like, if I can give you any advice, it's to always use eye cream. And then I grew up, and I'm not 5 anymore, I'm 25. And you know what, Emilio, you see this? You're completely correct. And thank you.
This is my favorite product that she used. Well, actually, I like the SK2 also, but she didn't use it in the place where I would have liked for her to use it. I actually am a big fan of the SK2. I think it's overpriced for sure, but I still think it's one of the best essences out there.
Yeah.
I wish she would have used it before her oils, but I also wish she would have just put this eye cream all over her damn face.
Yeah. This would have brought a lot more hydration to her face. Yes.
Yes. Like this tells you the vanity of Hollywood. She was 5 years old on her first project, and that's the advice that she was given. Use your eye cream.
That's
like,
insane.
Come on. Like we all know that everybody was going to get Botox eventually anyway.
Yes. I don't think an eye cream is going to do wonders. Like it's not going to erase bags. It's
not this one. Not with those ingredients, right?
No, for sure not. These first top ingredients are definitely going to provide a lot of hydration under the eyes. So I think for makeup, it'll be really good to help with any flakiness or like dry skin under there. So her concealer lays flat nicely. The goji stem cell, the plant stem cell, I'm not sure it's in there at a high percentage. However, I'm sure it's doing a little bit of something. I'd have to look at the exact data for that, but I don't think this is going to be doing a whole lot other than providing good hydration.
Right, and moisture, I know.
And I formulated a few, if not a lot, eye creams, and a lot of the times it's just our moisturizer formula with a little bit extra thickener so that it feels more luxurious. Yes, but it's typically not super different. We don't have like a different category of ingredients for the eye creams. But
this 100% pure coffee bean caffeine eye cream.
She takes her eye cream serious.
Yeah.
That really she really took that nugget of that little tip that she got and she took it serious. Okay, so that's an eye cream that has caffeine in it, which caffeine has some benefits to it, right?
Super
Under the
popular,
eyes.
Yeah.
This one is the Pure Coffee Bean Caffeine Eye Cream, and it's actually affordable compared to all the stuff that she's been using. $29. You want to see the ingredient list?
Yeah. So I think the branding of this product is a little bit misleading. It says 100%
pure. You know what it is?
coffee?
I think the brand is called 100% pure. But that is misleading I've never considered that. That is very misleading for a consumer who doesn't know that the brand is called 100% pure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what does it mean by 100% pure caffeine? I thought she was just putting straight caffeine on her eyes.
You're like, that might be irritating.
Yeah. Okay, noted. This has sodium ascorbate in here, which could provide some efficacy in brightening under the eyes. But I feel like just with 2 eye creams on there, I mean, it's just a lot going on.
I know. And it's what do you think of caffeine coming from a coffee bean extract?
I don't think it's gonna do miracles, but it can have a little bit of efficacy. I don't think it's gonna get rid of heavy eye bags.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if you really want to get rid of anything under the eye, sleep.
Yeah,
Just
sleep.
go to sleep.
Or go see a doctor.
Yes.
The dermatologist, plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's actually more. I thought she was coming to the end because that was an eye
Yeah.
cream, but maybe she's not done.
Maybe I'm having some drinks with my friends and I will come home and I will do a full skincare routine. I have like a whole nighttime beauty routine that no one's gonna stand in the way of.
I'll say that's one thing that I'm like fully on board with in what she's saying is I don't want anybody to get in the way of my nighttime skincare routine. And that is my me time, especially as a mom. Like I put my kids to sleep and I wait to make sure they fall asleep. And when it's quiet, that is what I go and do.
Your skincare routine.
It's my skincare routine.
I can totally relate. She says, like, after a night out of drinks, I have to do my skincare routine. I'm the same way. I will literally not go to bed without my skincare routine. And I have taught my boyfriend to do my skincare routine in case I'm not capable of doing it.
That's love.
Now we're gonna lock in all those oils and serums. It's important that you do serums, then oils, then moisturizer.
Wait. Okay, you know what? This is classic to me. This is somebody being told that she's using serums and not being told that she's actually using oils.
Yeah, I think she said serums, oils, and then something else at the
Moisturizer.
end, but then she did the opposite.
Yeah, but maybe she doesn't know it.
Probably not.
That makes me sad. I don't think she's alone. I
Yeah.
think so many people, like if she was told that those two Living Libations products are serums, then she thinks those are serums.
This is actually something that the cosmetic space or cosmetic chemistry industry like struggles with a little bit because serums really can mean anything. There's emulsion serums, there's just fully aqueous serums like hyaluronic acid serums, oil serums,
Sunscreen serums.
yeah, sunscreen serums. The lines are really blurred. I feel like serum really just means the viscosity of the product now. It's something that has a lower viscosity and is a lot thinner than a moisturizer. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what that means nowadays.
Yeah, so I guess technically they're not wrong. They're serum texture.
Right.
Right? They might be light oils.
Right.
But she's using oils at the end of the day on her face, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's such a bummer because that is confusing. I can see that for a consumer. I'd be very confused. I've seen sunscreens that were called serum, and I know that they meant like serum texture.
Right.
But then there was a sunscreen that came out not too long ago, like I want to say like a year ago, and it had the word serum in it. And I think they really confused everybody because they did say to use this before your moisturizer. And that confused a lot of people.
Yeah, I can
And
see
then
that.
it turned out like that was wrong.
Right.
Wrong information. It's definitely confusing.
One more moisturizer that I apply. This is Weleda Skin Food. It has some calendula in it. Some people, fair warning, if you have really reactive skin, you probably will not be able to handle calendula.
Wait. Of all the ingredients she used, she called out calendula as like one of the ones that if you have reactive skin, you shouldn't use. I've
Yeah,
actually always
interesting.
thought the opposite.
Yeah.
Like it's like a soothing ingredient.
Right. I've never heard of it being a reactive ingredient personally.
Chloe, we need to get together, right? I feel like this isn't her making this stuff up. I think somebody has told her these things.
Right.
That's what's bothering me a little bit. Like somebody told her that calendula is reactive. Like why? That's actually an ingredient that's supposed to soothe your skin. All right, so she used two different moisturizers.
Right.
One is the Lancer moisturizer, which celebrities to this day are still under the spell of Dr. Lancer, which listen, Dr. Lancer built his name. He's a board certified dermatologist. He has done great work, but it's always interesting to me when like a Lancer product gets into a video because I don't know anybody in the real world who uses Lancer, like the
neither.
Lancer method at all.
Yeah.
But he has a chokehold on celebrities with his products. So
Interesting.
she's using that moisturizer. You, what do you think of that moisturizer?
I didn't think there were like any standout like hero ingredients like a vitamin C or a retinol or anything in there that would really provide a ton of efficacy, but I do think it provides like it's probably a thick
Moisturizer?
hydrating moisturizer.
And then she goes in next with the Weleda one, which I'll say, you said that you haven't used it before,
I've
right?
never used that one.
That's essentially a balm. Like it is really, really thick. So she's essentially like slugging with the Weleda. So it's actually not weird to see her do that, but she is putting on she really does have
Dry skin.
because she put on oil after oil, then she put on her eye cream, then she put on these moisturizers. That Weleda one, like the way I would use that Weleda one is honestly like for my feet.
Oh,
like
really?
it is so thick.
The ingredients look like it would be very waxy and thick.
Yeah. It is. People love it. It's so cheap.
I mean, slugging does really help with dry skin. I love to slug maybe once a week with Aquaphor, but maybe I'll have to give this one a try.
Maybe, or maybe not. It's like very fragranced because of all those essential oils that I had in it.
Gotcha.
So it depends on like what you want. What you want to
I like fragrance sometimes. I
do too. Yeah.
Before I put on my makeup I use Barbara Sturm's Sun Drops. So now we'll move on to my off-duty beauty.
So she's ending her skincare routine with sunscreen, which you got to give her props for that. It didn't look like a lot of sunscreen. Like it looked like she really just went like doop, doop, doop. Like, you know, but we'll never know because we weren't there when they shot the video and they edited it. Maybe she slathered herself. We don't know. The Dr. Barbara Sturm sunscreen, this costs $150.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's real spency for a sunscreen. Does this look like it's something that's very unique to cost $150?
I mean, in general, it's really expensive to make a sunscreen. It takes a lot of testing.
This I know. Yes.
But I wouldn't say like there needs to be this crazy ingredient in there that needs to be that expensive for a sunscreen to work. I think it really comes down to the UV filters that are being used in here and the SPF value that they're testing for and whether someone is using enough of it. So that's what really matters.
I think so too. I mean, this one is, like you said, it's chemical filters. It's SPF 50, which I do give props there. Props where it's deserved because I'd like to see a SPF 50 more than anything lower than that. She's using it every day and she enjoys it. And she's got the money to spend $150 on her sunscreen, then I guess so be it.
I'm just interested in how that feels on top of everything else she's done so far.
I know, because that's right. She slugged her face.
Yes, like on top of a waxy or really thick balm. I wonder how that sunscreen is going to sit on top of there, if it's going to slide around. Because if it slides around, that might not be a good thing.
That's not very efficacious either, right?
Exactly.
Because it's got to form that shield.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. That is a good point.
And then she's going on with makeup. So
let's kind of see. Let's just, we don't have to like discuss her makeup too much, but let's just see what the next step is and how it like lays.
This is the Milk Hydro Primer. A couple little pumps.
Wait. I actually do want you to look at the ingredients of the Milk Hydro. Have you used the Hydro?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Can you imagine that over everything she just put on?
I mean, I'm surprised she's not getting like pilling because a lot of these oil and water, you know, ingredients are probably going to layer not so well on top of each other.
Yeah, and then when you put that primer on.
Yeah.
Is she pilling? Are they hiding this from us? No, she looks fine.
Yeah, she looks great.
She just used a little bit, but that was like enough. That's what you're supposed to use.
Right.
I love TikTok and I listen to TikTok when they tell me what I should use product-wise. I use this DM Yummy, I guess it's a powder. This is what it looks like, and they give you a little like spatula thing. I put it here, like that. And I just apply it with my hands like an animal. I feel like I really had the luck and, you know, blessing in a lot of ways to work with really powerful female actresses and also behind the camera. Like I worked with Julianne Moore. When she does a character, she doesn't back down and she'll go raw. And I think that's something that a lot of people might be afraid of doing on camera. I love Julie. She was a huge mentor for me for a really long time. And I still love her so much to this day.
That was fascinating. Don't you think?
Yeah. For sure.
I was expecting, and she's saying this is like a powder or something. I don't even know what that, I want to touch that. Did you want to touch that? It was like that, she put her fingers into her foundation.
Have you tried the Danessa Myricks powder before? Oh my gosh, I love that stuff.
Is that what she's using?
Yes, she's using the Danessa Myricks blurring foundation, and that foundation has something called Upsolite technology in it. The Upsolite technology in there is basically this like porous ingredient that rock climbers use a lot of this ingredient to help with the sweating on their hands, and they've infused it into makeup so it tends to last longer and like control your oils throughout the day.
So she's like almost like calming down her oils that she just put all over her face.
Yeah.
It did make her skin look amazing.
Yeah, her skin looks amazing, and I'm so surprised it's not pilling.
I am too.
Or that was patchy.
I know, like as she kept putting that on, I was like, I was expecting it to not, this is where, if it works for you, it works for you. Because we just went down this whole thing saying like, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense. And here we are with her foundation on.
Looking flawless.
She looks great. Now I'm very interested in this foundation, by the way.
Yeah.
You just sold me on
it. I love it.
I've got to go buy it. I'm gonna like buy it right now. TikTok didn't sell me, Jane sold me. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can definitely post them in the comments below. If you want to find Jane, she has such great educational content, especially when it comes to cosmetics and how they're made, the ingredients behind them and everything. That's how I found her. I was like, ooh, I like what she's saying. This is very interesting. You're just like debunking everything. You're helping people understand.
Yes, we're out here trying to help people not fear certain marketing terms and control the fear mongering that's going on, because I know that's a lot of the beauty industry.
Yeah, it does happen a lot. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'll have all her information in the description box if you guys want to find her. She's really easy to find. Jane the Chemist.
Yes, super simple.
Thank you again for watching, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.